Darren, heads up!
What? Ow!
Oh, what a terrible catch.
Mouse is in the house.
In Disney Universe, you play as an unnamed generic avatar. They all look pretty much the same, it's just the colour that's different. But it's not about who you play as in this game, it's more about the world, or to be more specific, the universe.
The game begins innocently with the inhabitants of the Disney universe all living in perfect harmony. It's here that we're introduced to a computer program known as Virtual Information Cube, or VIC for short. He acts as your friendly tour guide around the Disney world.
But very quickly, in fact almost immediately, there's a glitch in the Matrix and an evil virus takes over and begins causing all sorts of mischief.
Ow! Who are you?
And that virus's name is Hex. Hex, have you been moonlighting as a Disney villain?
What? No!
You have been out of the office a lot lately.
Yeah, but I was really busy doing things that are... Before you go out saving the universe, you need to dress your character in an appropriate Disney-themed suit. These consist of a limited number of choices at first: Mickey, Donald, Princess Jasmine, or the one I went with, Sam Flynn from Tron. As you go through the game and complete each level, you'll free up more suits.
You have 6 worlds with 5 chapters to play through, all based on famous Disney films. First up is Pirates of the Caribbean. Other worlds include The Lion King, Aladdin, and Alice in Wonderland, along with Monsters, Inc. and WALL-E.
I'm really glad that they chose Disney films that Spawnlings would relate to, because I think if they'd focused on films like, I don't know, Snow White or Bambi, then they're great films, but they're a little bit old, so the Spawnlings may not recognise them as much.
One thing that did surprise me is that there's no Toy Story in this game.
Well, Toy Story does have its own games, and, you know, maybe they're saving it for DLC.
Stingy.
Well, inside each world, you'll pretty much be doing similar things over and over again. It's all about puzzles, which range from very easy, like dragging and shooting cannons, to slightly challenging, like collecting playing card symbols and dropping them in their correct place. Nothing is really difficult here, and I think even the youngest of gamers would get through this pretty quickly.
While you're trying to complete these puzzles, the evil Hex virus calls on his tiny minions. They're nasty little creatures who not only attack you, but also go about undoing all your good work, like laying spike traps in your way, or building walls that block your path.
I think that was the best part of the game, and really well done. You have those moments where you're button mashing your way through a horde of minions, but at the same time trying to stop them from building a turret. It certainly gets the heart rate going.
Yeah, for such a simple game, the AI is really quite good, and it would have been nice if, you know, your character had even half as much personality as Hex's evil minions, who are by far the best thing about the game. I wish I had evil minions.
Once you finish a level, it's pretty much rinse and repeat, and even though the Hex virus promises that he'll make it tougher the next time you go through, the changes are so minimal that it's not really worth it.
You can play either on your own or with up to 3 friends, but I found that when we all played on screen, it just became a mess. I would recommend only playing with one other person at a time.
I get the feeling that the developers for this game looked at the Lego games and Little Big Planet and thought, those games are very popular, let's try and do something like that. But it's kind of a mishmash of them and not really as fun as either.
Yeah, and it didn't really have any of the smart puzzles or clever humour that those games have. They've just gone for the straight and obvious.
Yeah, so well, wrapping this up, I found it too repetitive and just too easy, so I'm going to give it 6 out of 10 rubber chickens.
Yeah, maybe some younger Spawnlings might get some fun out of this, but I can't see why you'd choose this out of other games out there that do it a lot better, so I'm giving it 6.5.